All right, guys, welcome back to Unimportant Viewpoint. What's up, dude?
You know, the same old, same old.
Yeah.
How it goes, how it do.
The week that felt like 2 weeks.
I had a short week and it still felt like 2 weeks.
It was bad.
I had extra time off and it was still really long.
It was very, very bad at the unnamed workplace this week.
That place can
That was
burn down till January.
honestly, I think maybe the worst week I've had there in maybe ever.
It's been a while.
It's been a while at the very least.
Yeah. We had some stuff happen. What a week, man.
Yeah, it was long. Very, very long.
I'm glad I took Monday, Tuesday off. Otherwise, I'd be extra tired.
Yeah, I was thinking that, whenever Monday and Tuesday were over with, I was like, Nate picked good days to be off because we ran like crap.
And then Wednesday happened.
We still sucked.
My first day back, we worked 10 hours and it was awful.
Yeah. Have you heard that whole rumor that we're not supposed to be working 10 hours? And then it was immediately after that rumor was going around that we worked 10 hours. I'm like, oh, of course.
Yep.
But I still think it might be true.
I think it's true. I think somebody made a mistake.
Either that or because we were doing so bad, they were like, okay, we're gonna have to work 10 hours just to. I don't know.
I don't know, but I hate it so much.
I'm not really sure. Anyways, enough about that stupid place.
Yeah, that place is
we're
terrible.
Move away from that as quickly as possible.
Yeah. So speaking of terrible,
no. Oh no.
I jumped ahead.
Okay.
Sorry. We'll talk
I
about
realized
that
after I was like, oh no.
No, I love. Anyway.
Okay.
Let's do terrible first, and then we'll end on a good note.
Okay.
So actually, we had to take the dogs to the vet on Monday.
Yeah.
So I have 3 dogs. We take them at the same time. It's really awful.
It sounds awful.
It is. It gives me so much anxiety. I hate it so much.
Is it better to do it all at one time?
Well, we used to because we lived out in the boonies. So it was just more convenient.
Yeah.
Now I don't know why we do it, but I don't handle that, so I just go along with it.
I didn't know if dogs are probably totally different. They probably don't act the same way. But with cats, when you take one and you bring it back, the other cats hate it.
Really?
Yeah, I guess the smell is different or something, but they will treat that cat like almost like a brand new cat for a little while.
That's so rude. Cats are fucking awful.
So I didn't know if that I don't know if that's a thing that happens with. I assumed it wasn't because dogs don't really act like that in general.
No, they are stupid.
Yeah,
they don't know.
They're like, oh, my buddy's back.
Yeah, two of ours are very they're at the hip. They're connected. They miss each other when they're gone.
Yeah.
The other one no one cares about, and it's fine. But anyway, we took him. My small dog is he whined and cried the whole ride there. He whined and cried the whole time we were there and kept trying to escape and get out of his. We have him in a harness.
Yeah.
My little bastard. I was holding them and just making sure he wouldn't try to escape or whatever. He somehow backed up under my chair, backed out of his harness. I don't even know how he did it. And he's just roaming around the room you fucker, you're embarrassing me. This is not how I taught you to act. Stupid. And then it was fine. But one of our dogs had a nasty cyst on its back.
Yeah.
We've had it for a while. We've tried antibiotics. Didn't work. So the vet was like, listen, we can try to test it and see if it's cancerous or whatever. But it's going to be a waste of your time. You're going to have to get it cut out anyway because it's...
Yeah, no matter what.
So it's disgusting. It's okay, sure, well, we'll give you the invoice. We'll see how much it is and then we'll schedule it. $1,100 for this stupid surgery. That's not even life-threatening, probably. It's just gross, and I want it gone. And I'm I don't even like this dog that much. Well,
the thing is that the thing that sucks the worst about pets and stuff is that you don't. I mean, you can get insurance, but you
don't
most
need it half
people
the time.
Don't. Yeah, most people don't have insurance.
Yeah,
and probably 90% of the time, it's not even worth having the insurance.
No.
So you're paying for all that stuff, whatever it actually costs.
Yep.
It's imagine if you had to pay for every time you went to the doctor, when you get those ridiculous bills and it's $13,000 for something small.
What?
And
yeah.
it's What the hell?
It's a shame.
It's like insurance paid whatever crazy amount of money.
These doctors and vets should just work for the good of...
the good of humanity.
Yeah, just help a brother out.
Yeah.
Cut out that cyst. It's gross.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was really terrible.
I bet.
I was not happy
I
to hear
hate
that
going
news.
to the vet. And all of my cats go to the vet like back-to-back months.
Ew.
It like starts in, I think, September. So like September, October, November, and then December.
Do they hate getting in carriers?
No, they usually aren't that bad.
Mine's awful.
Otis is the only one. He's not bad about getting in the carrier. He doesn't like being at the vet. Like he gets like mean, like not mean, but like he hisses and like growls and like all that stuff. So the next time we go, the vet's like, we need to get some medicine in him before he comes, so that he like
it's not
will be more calm
demon.
and not like, because he's scared is the reason.
Well, I want to give mine like some CBD or something. Like you need to chill out.
Yeah. You might, I don't know how much it costs yet because I haven't done it, but you might see about your one dog, about getting him something before you go.
Yeah, because I really hate it.
Like our cat, like they can't do a full, like the last 2 times I went, they haven't been able to do a full exam. So he was like, I need him to be calmer for me to be able to do a full exam because he's not going to let me.
Yeah.
But like, and I need to do one because it's been a while since he's like legitimately had a full exam. It's been since he was like a little bitty kitty, and I don't know what happened that made him hate the vet.
I don't know the last time ours went to the vet, our cat.
Yeah,
but you know,
we take ours every year, and it's expensive, and it's like
really terrible. We take our dogs all every year, but the cats, who cares, man? JK, I like that cat, but I don't know. He's really awful to get in the carrier. We have to like surprise him with a towel and then like bundle him up like a burrito. And then like shove him in the carrier. He screams. He hates it.
Really?
And he's not a vocal. He doesn't meow very much. He's not very loud.
Our cats will just straight up walk in it.
He would rather die than go in that carrier. He hates it so much.
That's like, if we take, like most of the time I just take the carrier out and I just open the door and then like they'll all like just go in it to like explore it.
He would never. You could put all the cat food, any trying to treat, he would never go in there.
Yeah. We used to leave one out in our like living room area with a towel in it, and like Cisco would just like go and get in it and sleep in there.
I wish he would do that.
In there.
God, no, he hates it.
I think it was Cisco that did it. One of them would like be in there like all the time. Like anytime it was just like napping, it would be in the carrier.
When we moved to this house, I took the cat over in the carrier. He yelled and screamed and cried the whole time. And then I opened the door to the new house, like opened the carrier door. He wouldn't get out of it. Because he was scared. It was a new place.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you hated the carrier and then you hate the house. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You need to figure it out.
Hermione's like that whenever she gets put in the carrier and then put in the car. She's like really vocal.
Yeah.
She's pretty vocal anyway. She's very annoying, like as far as that goes. Like she's...
Well, her name's Hermione.
To other cats, she's like very... Like our other cats, she's very vocal. But... Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was the bad news.
Enough about our pets.
Yeah, because they're
annoying,
expensive
annoying
and
things.
Dumb. We went to the movies this past weekend.
Yeah.
Saw the Hunger Games movie. It was very good.
Good.
It was weird. It was not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think you...
Because I had no point of reference going in, but...
Oh, yeah. I mean, I only vaguely know what's even supposed to be about. Because it's about President Snow when he was like a kid, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's literally, I think, the only thing I know about it.
It, like, the games end, and then there's still, like, another hour of the movie. And I'm like, what are we doing? It was a long movie. It was like 2.5 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I'm ready. I'm tired. It was good, though. I really enjoyed it. I was just, like, not ready for...
Yeah, that's the problem with going to the theaters for us, I feel like, is like our sleep is so jacked up.
I get comfy in those chairs, bro.
Our sleep is so jacked up, and then you get the lights turned out and in a comfortable chair, and then you're like, find yourself falling asleep.
I was ready to take a nap. I didn't. I did not, but it was very good.
That's good. That's good. I want to see it. I'm kind of almost tempted to see if Jenna wants to go to the theater before it leaves, but
yeah,
I doubt we will.
You got a little bit. It just came out 2 weeks ago, so you
Yeah.
got time.
Yep. But we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does look very good.
I was impressed. I really liked the girl. I like everybody. Actually, everybody crushed it.
Yeah.
But the main girl was very good. Viola Davis was like one of the bad people.
Yeah.
She was crazy, dude. She like really played it up and was like, she's a villain.
That's the chick that's in How to Get Away with Murder, isn't it? Isn't that the main, like, the teacher
I've never
or whatever?
watched. I think so. I'm pretty sure it's her. I've never watched it.
I only watched, like, the first
that's
season
her.
maybe, but that's actually a pretty decent show.
I know.
I only watched, like, the first season or two maybe, so I never actually finished it, but I know that, like, the little bit I watched was really, really good.
That's the show everyone talked about. Everyone loved it, and that's why I never watched it, because it was, like, the cool thing to do.
Of course.
So I'm like,
it's
I'm
over
not
with
doing
now.
it.
You can watch it.
I'm probably not going to do that, but that's fine.
It's over with now. Nobody's talking about it anymore. You're good to... Now it would be...
It would be cool to watch it now, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do like
called?
What?
What is that called whenever you're like a person that like... What do they always say about...
Like a hipster?
Yeah, there you go.
I am
now
not a hipster.
Now you can be a hipster and watch it.
I don't want to be a hipster, man.
That's what you sound like.
I'm like a... But it's kind of hipster to not want to be a hipster, right?
Yeah, you are.
That...
Yeah, you're a hipster for not wanting to be a hipster. Yeah,
I'll take that. I will.
You're like double hipster. You're like the ultimate hipster.
Well, now I don't want to be that. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't want to... I'm not a hipster.
Did you do anything else this weekend?
Dude, no, I was so lazy.
That's probably freaking awesome.
I was still kind of sick throughout the whole week or whatever.
Yeah.
Monday we went to the vet, and it was at 8 in the morning, which was really it was terrible for my sleep because my schedule was wild. It was really awful. So Monday was kind of screwed. What did I do Tuesday? Nothing. I was lazy, man.
Yeah.
We didn't do much.
That's pretty nice. Long weekend and just being lazy. That's pretty nice.
Did you watch Squid Game?
No.
Oh, well. There's a reality
The original Squid Game? Yeah. No.
There's a reality show, Squid Game. We started that, and that was kind of fun.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that on there.
Netflix has some bangers right now. I'll talk about it when I get to nerding, but like,
okay.
I love Netflix right now.
Alrighty. Well, trying to think kind of what order all this happened in. So I'm going to assume it's probably in order of how I wrote it down. So, started off the weekend on Saturday morning. I watched the UK Louisville football game. And as I have said and continue to say, I'm not going to believe all this Louisville hype until they actually come into a game and beat us. Because guess what? It's exactly what I said. Weren't even that great this year.
You were bad.
And we still beat them.
Yeah, you did.
And we kind of like put it to them at the end. Like it was close, but like we were kind of like...
Yeah.
Like, we clearly were the better team.
I don't know. It looked sketchy at times for you.
We were the better team in the second half. Yeah, but that's the thing. We made all those mistakes and we still like pretty much beat them pretty easily. Like there was never a point in that game that I thought like towards the end that I thought we were losing.
Yeah. Well, towards the end, sure. At the beginning, it was kind of... Actually, I don't remember, to be honest with you.
The beginning, it was like they scored really quick, but then we scored fairly quick.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was 10-7 at halftime. Like,
yeah.
It wasn't like we were down a lot.
That was the only time I've rooted for you guys.
And then they came out in the second half and scored like really quick, and then we scored immediately on a kick return the very next.
Yeah, that kick return was nice though.
Possession.
That dude's a baller.
Yes, he is. He is very much so.
And then your coach almost left. That was crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, I tend to think that he was super close to. So you probably don't know a lot of this because you don't listen to KSR and all that stuff, but
I follow
Matt Jones on like the actual radio show.
Well, Matt Jones,
because I don't know that
idiot.
they put it on the actual website, but he gave like he was around some of the coaches that night when everything was going down. And he put it like this. He thinks that Stoops was seriously interested in it and probably was going to take it. They were going to offer him the job on Sunday morning, he said.
Yeah.
And then Stoops started seeing about coaches and stuff and seeing if who was going to go with him. And he said, Matt Jones said that a couple of the coaches needed time to think about it, and he didn't have time because they were going to offer him on Sunday, and he couldn't give them time to think about it. And then once they he wasn't sure they were going to come with him, he was like, never mind then.
Also,
is the vibe I got.
People were mad.
Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with it.
I don't know. Nobody wanted to hire him.
Yeah, but look who they hired. They literally hired him,
I agree.
but in a worse form. A very much worse form. Literally, this he's only done it one time.
I agree. They're dumb.
So, if that is really... I don't think that actually played a part in him not getting... not taking it or whatever. I don't think they were backing out because
I don't think
of that.
It helped, though.
Oh, I don't... But I think it was I think he pretty much told him he wasn't...
Also, it's kind of
gonna be going.
That's weird for y'all, though. He was ready to jump ship.
I don't know if he was really that... I mean, he didn't.
I don't know. It was pretty serious.
He didn't, though.
But he was ready.
Yeah, but I kind of understand it. Because they have one of the biggest NILs in college football. And we very much don't.
All you have to do is win 7 games a year and you'll never get fired from Kentucky. You win 8 games at A&M and you're gone.
Yeah.
Get out the door.
Yeah, but... I mean... Some people's aspirations aren't just to be mediocre. They want to win a national championship.
If he wants to get fired, then go ahead and hop on over.
I don't think he probably doesn't have that in his mind. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thinks that oh, I'm not going to take that job because I'm not going to be good enough to, you know what I mean? Anybody that's going to do that professionally thinks that they are going to be the one that does good.
I wish he would have left.
I'm glad he didn't because we would have lost we would have lost a bunch of coaches. We would have lost a bunch of players.
We were after your players already.
We would have lost a bunch.
We were scheming up.
You were not. If you were after our players, then that's tampering.
Which is elite, which is fine. Everyone does it.
Whatever. Anyway, so that started off my weekend pretty good. And then I made some Thanksgiving dinner for my wife on Saturday.
And for me.
On Saturday night. Yeah, I gave you some of it at work. But I made my aunt's sweet potato casserole. My
so good.
Wife loves it.
It was so good.
That was more of the surprise because she kind of already knew I had already talked about making Thanksgiving dinner on Saturday for her. But I never it was early in the week and then I never mentioned it again.
Yeah.
So the surprise was more of I made the sweet potato casserole for her because we didn't get to have it because of it being canceled at my granny's and stuff. So then that was how Saturday went. I bought this is a little bit off topic, but it had to do with this. I bought just a box of mac and cheese because I thought for as a side.
Yeah.
Because I thought that would be something the kids could eat, but I didn't end up. We had had a bunch of stuff, and so and I forgot. Back up. I made all these sides and I forgot to pick up my the work ham. I put it in my in-laws freezer when I get it.
Oh, from last year.
So it was in my in-laws freezer from last year. So when I was gonna get it when I was on my way home, I was gonna grab it from their house and make that and then sides.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. I forgot it. So then I just made sides. So it was literally just
that's all I want. That's all you need.
But anyway, so then I bought the mac and cheese, but I didn't end up making it. So a few days later, the kids were wanting something to eat, and so I was like, "Buddy, you want mac and cheese?" Because I was like, "I know I have that box of mac and cheese." So I start making the noodles, and I do all that, and then I get the cheese. And it was bacon and cheese, Velveeta cheese. You know that
bacon?
Yeah, it was bacon.
That's
mac
fun.
And cheese, but it's a Velveeta box where it has that liquidy kind of cheese in a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I cut it off, and I'm pushing it out into this pasta, and it looks not normal. Like it's like all like not the normal like way it looks. I'm like, what is wrong with why? I was like, why does it look like that? Because Jenna was standing there. She's like, I don't know. And then I was like, hold on. And I look over at the box, and it expired October of 22.
You just bought it?
Yes, I bought it that weekend.
Sue that grocery store. Was it Target?
No, it was. Dang it! It was Dollar General.
Oh well, there you go.
But yeah, it was October of 2022 was when it expired.
Whole last year ago.
Yeah. I was like, ugh, gross.
Did you eat it?
No. It was for my kids anyways. Like I wasn't even going to eat it anyway, and I definitely wasn't going to give it to them. So like, luckily, I hadn't mixed it, so we just like scooped the cheese off the top and got rid of like all the cheese noodles that was there.
Yeah.
And just mixed like normal cheese and stuff with the noodles because we were like, the noodles are probably fine.
Yeah.
Can't imagine they
can't
expired.
go bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So
probably not.
It ended up working out okay, but how gross is that? I was disgusted.
Yeah.
It looked so like it didn't look real bad, but it was bad enough that I was like, something.
It looks
gross
off. Anyway.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like that, but it was like that, but then it was like spots where it was like not really like, it was like almost clear, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like, it was almost like it was separating. Like the liquidy part was separating from the actual like you should just whatever cheese that is.
Just mix it up, man.
But yeah, it looked gross. I'm not giving that to my kids. So I threw the bacon bits away and the cheese because I was like,
that's probably good.
Disgusting. And then I made cookies with the kiddos on Sunday. Liam is definitely way more into it. First time I did it, he didn't even really care. The second time I did it, he like kind of helped some, and then like mostly just sat up there and was like cleaning up the mess as I was making a mess.
Well, that's nice.
And then this last time I started making it, he went to sleep and I started making it.
That
like
sucks.
As he was waking, like he was about to wake up. I could tell he was like waking up. So I went ahead and went in the kitchen and started making it. Like, and he came in there and he was like, I want to help. Like, was like just mad that I basically started making cookies without him. And then Jenna said yesterday he was asking to make cookies.
Oh, that's fun.
So I'm excited this weekend to make cookies. The cookies were not good. They weren't bad, but it's not my type of thing. It was like salted brownie cookies is what I made.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been getting the recipes from this like lady that's doing 30 days of cookies on TikTok. And I decided I never would have picked those as the cookie, but I was watching, she'd made a video that was separate from like actual cookie recipes, and she was listing them in the order of her favorites. And her and her husband said the salted brownie ones were the best ones that they made so far. So I'm like, okay, I'll make them. And then I'm like, gross. Not listening to y'all's opinion anymore.
Throw them in the trash.
Yeah, they were.
What are you making next time?
They weren't that great. Oh, dude, they look fire. It's Muddy Buddy cookies. And they look good. Right, or Puppy Chow cookies, I think.
I love Puppy Chow. Yeah, that sounds fire.
Is technically what the cookie name was.
Is that where you got the
That was Cinnamon Toast Crunch cookies too.
Cinnamon. Yeah, those look good.
Yeah. But I'm not like a big like chocolate person. Like
I'm not
either. Like I like chocolate, just not like a big just clunk with chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's basically what it was. It didn't really taste that much like a brownie. It just tasted like chocolate pretty much. And then the salt, I don't like
salted
stuff like that.
I don't either.
Like salted sweets, not my thing.
No, mine either.
But we're making Puppy Chow ones this weekend. And then let's think. We played Miami in basketball. UK did on Tuesday, right?
Yep. Yeah, because I was off.
Well, we smacked them.
We did smack them.
Fabulous. I watched it later, like after when I was off. I watched like parts of it slowly, surely, and finally watched the whole game, and it was very fun to watch. Jenna had a chaotic Tuesday. That was the day we were finding out the baby's gender.
Oh yeah.
So she literally like has like a bump on her fender on the front of her car.
Her new one?
Yeah.
No.
So it's got like a little like scratch and stuff, and then like just, I don't know. She just had it was like chaos. She had like 3 different things. It was like
Poor
that
thing.
happened that she was just, it was just it was a bad day. So then I had to like, well, I didn't have to, but like, I was like trying to cheer her up and like, the car doesn't look that like, it's not, I was like, it's not even that, it really isn't that noticeable.
Yeah.
It literally almost just looks like she like has bug guts like on the like front corner of her car.
It's just a bumper, man.
But
That's what it's there for.
But yeah.
It did its job.
Yeah. But she's upset. I mean, which I get it. It's a brand new freaking car.
I would be grouchy, but
I hope she was kidding. But she was like, like if I trade it in, I'm not going to get as much value out of it and stuff. And I'm like, I wasn't really planning on a long time. Like that was going to be your car for a very long time. She's like, yeah, but I'm hoping, because we got some like things in the mail from Kenny Kent that was like, if you trade in your older model, you can get a new model for the like lower price per month or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I was hoping maybe they were going to give me that next year and I would just upgrade to a new year. And I'm like, I hope you're kidding.
We're not doing that.
I hope that's a joke. I'm like, she's like, but my interest or my payment would go down. And I'm like, yeah, but you're actually paying more.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
That's how they get you.
But I'm pretty sure she was kidding. I hope. If she wasn't kidding, then she's losing it.
I'm on Jenna's side, whatever happens.
She's losing it.
Get a new car every year.
No. You might as well lease at that point. Like,
wait, that's a terrible idea, too.
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't kidding. And then the last thing I have to talk about is we didn't do the podcast recording yesterday, Friday morning, because it was the 1st of December. And so my kids, we got them advent calendars, so they opened up like, we wrapped them and stuff, so they unwrapped them and then they opened up the first day. And then Victoria, which is one of our listeners, she for my birthday gave me an advent calendar. It was a Harry Potter one. It had like jelly beans, like the flavored like Harry Potter, like Birdie Bott's every flavor of beans ones. It's in like, there's a different flavor in each of the
Do you know
spots.
what you're eating each day, or is it a surprise?
It's a surprise until you open it. But I mean, you know what it is once you open it because it tells you what all the flavors are on the back, so you just have to match it up. But it's all good flavors.
Unless I want there to be bad
flavors.
flavors.
There's no bad flavors, luckily. But that was kind of fun yesterday morning. Liam's got like a Marvel Funko Pop like one. Mm-hmm. So it's like little tiny Funko Pop figures and it's Marvel ones.
That's
and then
cool.
Thea's got Mickey Mouse ones that are Funko Pops too. So that was fun yesterday morning.
What about Jenna?
That's going to be a fun... well, I mean, I only have one because somebody gave it to me for a present.
So Jenna's the only one that doesn't have one?
I know, I literally said that.
That's rude.
I literally said that yesterday. I was like, I should have bought you a new one so that you could open one with us too.
Poor Jenna.
But we just sat in there and the kids opened theirs and then I opened mine and then we all just... There was like... It was like a little package of all the same flavor jelly beans. So we just sat there and shared the jelly beans because there was like 6 or 7 of them in the thing. So
that's cute.
Liam got a couple and I baby birded Thea some and then...
Ew.
Yeah, Jen was like, "That's very gross." I'm like, I don't know how else to give it to her.
She can just...
I can't just give her the jelly bean. And like, she was getting very mad that Liam was getting these and she wasn't.
Yeah, poor baby.
And so I'm like, I mean, she doesn't seem to care that I was chewing it a little bit for her. So yeah, it might be gross, but she didn't care and she was very happy to eat them. So I'm not, it's not gross to me because I'm not like taking it out of her mouth and eating it. So
you parent how you want to parent. I'm here for it.
It's not that I mean, it's not that gross. I mean, literally there's grosser things in life. I mean, think about kissing. That's a pretty gross act in general. Yeah. It's no different than taking food out of somebody else's mouth and putting it in your mouth. Like,
okay,
making out is the same. It's just as disturbing. The more you think about it, the more you're like, disgusted by it, aren't you?
Let's move on. I'm uncomfortable. I don't know where to go from here.
I gotcha. Well, I think that was pretty much it for my week.
Okay.
It was a very long week at work, though, but
yeah,
I actually had a little bit of stuff.
Well, we get to do it next week too.
I know, and the week after, and then 52.
Eventually, we get a week off, though.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I can't wait. Mm-hmm. So we'll go ahead and move on to nerding.
Yeah.
Which I'm interested to see what yours is because you said something about Netflix. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming this is where that comes in to play.
So, I had a lot of time off recently.
Yes.
Um,
You've had a lot of time off consecutive weeks in a row.
So, yeah, I did the math. I've worked 8 days in 3 weeks. Shout out COVID. Shout out saving my PTO. It's been really great. Really great.
Yeah.
But Monday and Tuesday I was trying to like get my sleep schedule back to normal. Well, night shift normal.
Yeah.
So I'd come to the basement and after Quinn went to bed and I was like, I don't feel like playing video games. I don't feel like reading. I'm gonna like
reading would put you to sleep probably.
Also, I can't read down here because the lights are terrible. I tried. It is awful.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm gonna just scroll Netflix, see if I can find something to watch. Blah blah blah. So I'm scrolling and I find this war movie I've been like I had my eye on but I kind of forgot about called
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah. How did you know that?
Because it's like a very big movie when it came out.
Yeah, I heard lots of good things about it.
Yeah.
Watched it. It was great.
I still haven't watched it yet.
Bro, I
started it, I believe.
It's long.
But I didn't like, I made it not at all very far.
And the beginning's kind of slow.
Yeah.
Man, it was good though. Like,
yeah,
it's a good fucking movie. And it's kind of like, it was kind of hard to watch at times because it was intense, man.
Like gory or just...
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Or just like nerve-wracking.
It's suspenseful, and then like there are some scenes. Once you watch it, we'll talk about it. I don't want to spoil it, but they do some cool things like with the cinematography. They set things up really cool.
Yeah.
And some of the music, like, so I watched that movie. It was great. I loved it. It like wrecked me for a whole day. And then the next night, same thing. I was like, I'm gonna try to find something to watch. Some of the like sound effects they used in that movie reminded me of a movie called Arrival, the space movie with Amy Adams.
Oh, no, that's not.
Where they try to teach the aliens words.
Oh yeah. There's that like weird screen thing.
It's a weird thing. Yeah. Have you watched it?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
I had never seen it all. I've only seen like parts of it for whatever reason, but some of the sounds they sounded similar. Anyway. So I watched it, and I fucking love that movie.
Yeah,
that would make my top 5.
It's very weird.
It's weird, but
it's like a government, like the whole like thing is like there's like a government like thing around that little space, whatever, and they're like trying to communicate with it, right?
Yeah, okay. They're trying to figure out.
I've seen it. I can't remember everything. Yeah.
They're trying to figure out why they're there. So this lady's like a language expert. She's trying to like figure out how to talk to him. Blah blah blah.
Is what's his face in that?
Jeremy Renner, Forrest Whitaker.
No.
End of list.
No, okay.
There's nobody else really in it that I recognize.
All right, never mind. What's the one with Matthew McConaughey where it's
Interstellar? I love that one. That was on my top 5.
Well, no, that's not what I'm thinking of. I don't think.
A space movie?
I think it's a space movie, and I thought it was Matthew McConaughey, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's Jeremy Renner that I'm thinking of, and I'm just putting Matthew McConaughey's face on it. I don't know. Anyways.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't know either, so might as well just...
Yeah, let's move on.
Move on.
That movie I love that movie, though. That was great. And then, not off of Netflix now, because... or whatever. At the Hunger Games movie, one of the previews was for a Godzilla movie, a new one. I hadn't heard of it, never didn't know it was coming out, but the preview looked insane.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go watch it tomorrow night at the theater.
Oh, nice.
So I'm like watching all the movies.
I want to watch that new Napoleon that's out too.
So I do too. We were gonna watch that. Well, I was gonna watch that, but Clint was not super interested. And then Anderson, he went and watched it whenever. He said it was good, but like apparently it's like a 4-hour movie, and they cut it to like 2.5, and you can tell because like the pacing's weird. He says it's gonna come out on Apple TV at some point, like the whole cut. Dang. So I'm just gonna wait for that because I'd rather watch it when it's good. What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Hi, friend. It's fine, probably. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
That scared me. Oh my God.
I thought like we were off.
I was about to be grouchy.
Braden went and watched it, and he said that it was good, but they kind of made Napoleon like a little bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not as badass as Napoleon, actually. They kind of made him seem like a bitch at times. So, but he said it was good. He just was like, Napoleon's kind of a badass, like, historical figure, and like they kind of made him look like a
punk ass,
like a punk. Yeah,
maybe the extra long edit will be better.
Yeah.
I heard the fight scenes are cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time. I definitely am now not gonna waste my time going to watch it. I probably wouldn't have anyways, but
it'll come into Apple or whatever.
And I don't have Apple, but I will get it at some point just to watch.
You can borrow my login.
Cut that. They might have heard.
You can borrow my log cabin. If you need to stay there sometime to watch that movie, you can do that.
All right. You got any? You have been watching a ton of movies.
I've had
even here lately, just in general,
bro. For
somebody that acts like he doesn't watch a lot of movies,
I think I'm turning into a little
movie
nerd,
movie freak.
Yeah, man. I do enjoy a movie now.
Yeah, I do. I don't like really that much watching movies by myself though. That's my only problem. Like, I do, but I don't. Like, I would much rather, like, sit and, like, watch a movie with Jenna. But the problem is, like, watching a movie with Jenna, our kids, like, basically ruin it.
Yeah. And our
not ruin it, but it makes, you know, a 2-hour movie a 5-hour movie.
Yeah. It's hard for us to watch movies because our schedules are goofy.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know.
That doesn't help either.
It's easier to watch TV because you can, like, cut it short and then do what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So, but when I'm by myself, like when he's sleeping, I'm like steering away from video games and leaning towards like movies and shit.
Yeah. This might be psychotic behavior, but I used to
probably,
and I would love to still be able to do it. But I used to, when I worked at Target, I would have like weekdays off, and I would like go to the theater at like the very first showing of the day in the middle of the week and just be in the theater. Like I would have like a lot of times I would have the entire theater to myself.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I would love that.
And it was awesome.
I would.
Used to do that all the time. It's I mean, it was fairly expensive because I usually would always like get like some stuff from the concessions, and then obviously the tickets kind of expensive. But I used to do that a lot, which I didn't have, at that time. I didn't have that much to pay for, so it wasn't that much of a I had a pretty decent job, and then didn't really actually spend that much on like actual necessities. So it was a lot. It's pretty much before Jenna too. So
I used to love going to the theater by myself. Yeah, I love that.
But it was the only thing that sucked is like every once in a while I would go and there would be like one other person in the theater with you, and then it's like a little awkward.
That's how you make a friend.
It's like, hey, how you doing down there?
Hey, friend.
So that part was a little awkward, but other than that was like the best. If anybody ever has an opportunity to do it, it is actually like pretty legit. Just having an entire theater to yourself. Every once in a while, you have like the staff like walk in to see if the theater's even actually got anybody in it. So that part's kind of funny, but
you can like fart and sneeze. And
you can do. I mean, you can react and do whatever.
On your phone
you don't have
or
to
whatever.
Be that too. I was not on my phone a lot, but
do you react to it? Like I react when I watch a movie.
I hate that. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why I like. That's the reason why I like. Well, I don't think anybody most of the time does it on purpose.
I'm not loud, but I do react.
But that's a lot of the reason why I liked to do that was because I don't like those big events and stuff where like everybody's in there and like freaking out about stuff.
I do hate that.
That annoys me.
I'm not going to a midnight release of anything.
Yeah, that stuff kind of gets
especially
annoying.
the Marvel movies. Fucking awful.
Freaking Braden, he acted like it's the greatest thing ever. I'm like, dude, that is like the worst thing. No, he's like, no, it enhances the movie and the experience. And I'm like, fuck.
If you cheer, if you start clapping, I want to throw a punch you.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
It's one thing for something shocking to happen and you go, ah!
Yeah, I do that. I'm very bad about that.
But like all the other BS, like I'm not interested. Like shut up, sit down, and be quiet. Yep. Let's watch this movie.
Yep.
But anyways,
I guess agree.
Each their own. So for my nerding, I kind of already talked about this, but I got my first 2 Jugs.
What's a choice?
Jars. There we go.
Yeah, jugs is not correct.
Jugs is not the right word, but I was like, I'm blanking on what would be the right word. Anyways, I got my first two jars.
That's wild. I cannot believe you said jugs.
I know. I knew it was the wrong word, but I was like, I can't think of what
That's wild.
Anyways, I got my first two jars of the Nerdy Nuts peanut butter.
Jugs of nut butter.
I got lump of cocoa peanut butter and Monster Cookie peanut butter.
Oh, yeah.
And they look so good. I haven't tried them yet. So I'm not can't fully divulge how good it is, but they look delicious.
I kind of want to buy some.
I have like 4 jars. I got 2 jars that came yesterday, and then I still have 2 that are supposed to be coming pretty soon. The other 2 are like I bought like a lemon cream. They didn't have very many the first time I ordered, so I bought a lemon cream, almond butter, and a circus cookie peanut butter. Which is weird. I ordered those first and they still aren't here. Like they're close. Like the tracking on them, they're like
maybe one day.
They're like pretty close, but somehow my second order beat my first order. But yeah, they look so delicious.
Ew.
So, and then there's a couple flavors that are coming out this next batch that comes out.
The creme brulee.
That's what
I want.
I think I'm gonna buy at least see if I can get it that one, just because I think Jenna would love that one. So
they have so many flavors,
bro. It's crazy. Well, they come out with new ones every week. Like I think it changes every week and it's new ones. Like I'm sure they probably like have some they come back out with every so often, but like I think every week they do a different few batches, you know what I'm saying?
They have so many flavors,
bro. There's a ton. They have different ones too. They have peanut butter, almond butter. Like they sell spoons too, which is hilarious.
I saw that.
And then also they sell. This part is funny. They sell a little. It looks like a label, and it says spicy tuna flavored instead of like a good flavor, so you can like put it on your good flavored jar,
and your kids won't eat it.
And nobody like that way. People won't eat it. So I thought that was pretty funny. Kind of genius.
Dude, they have so many flavors,
bro. I know. So, everybody, next Monday, check out the website. Don't do it before then because I want my opportunity to get my items that I want. Plus, you're not even gonna hear this. Scratch that.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Ha. So
that was stupid.
That was really dumb of me. But anyways, so when you're hearing this, check out the website because
they got a pumpkin flavor.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. So
I don't even like peanut butter like that.
Oh, I bet you this is. I haven't tried it yet, and I'll let you know. But I can't imagine that it's it's not like you're eating freaking straight up just eating peanut butter. I wouldn't think. But I'm pretty sure they actually make the peanut butter like themselves. Like they take the nuts and like mash them and all that stuff and make the peanut butter.
The whole time you've been talking, I've been scrolling their little menu, and I'm still scrolling.
I don't think
like some of them are Halloween flavors, but
I don't think they're all available. Like they only release like certain ones per week.
They have a pumpkin cold brew.
That sounds disgusting.
I would fucking destroy that.
That sounds disgusting for a peanut butter, though.
No, it sounds great.
I can't imagine the cold brew part, though.
That sounds awesome.
That's the part that I'm thrown off by. I'm telling you, man.
I'm distracted. I gotta quit looking at it.
The labels and stuff are pretty legit. Which, I mean, the labels, you can see them, but like they like are all designed up and stuff. Like they have like different like illustrations for each different one. Like that's I wish some people. I wish I could have saw that.
Oh my god!
They just like accidentally knocked his windscreen thing over.
I punched the fuck out of it.
And I think he thought he hit his mic because he was like freaked out and tried to catch.
It scared me,
and it really wasn't even going anywhere. But anyways, we'll go ahead and move on from our nerding and go ahead and go to news. Guess what, guys? As pretty much is typical for us, it's all sports related.
It's all politics, baby.
Yay! Yay us.
Yeah.
I just want to mention this one because I thought it was funny. New Mexico State played Louisville this past week, and New Mexico State finished the game with only 4 players.
Yeah.
And Louisville still almost lost to them.
They're trash.
So they had 6 players that fouled out. New Mexico State did.
That's wild.
I mean, which also tells you, like, that means Louisville probably was shooting a ton of free throws and they still almost lost.
Golly.
So they do seem like they are better, though, from what I'm seeing, than they were.
It was hard to get
year.
worse.
But exactly. They're already, like, only 1 win away from matching their total for last year. And they're not even that far into the season yet.
We'll see what happens when they hit conference play.
Well, they won games more, I think, in their conference play than they did in non-conference. Yeah, they lost last year. They lost their like first 7 games, and they were against a bunch of nobodies, and they lost all 7 of their first 7 games against like just random same thing as what they played now, like Coppin State and random shit like that.
Don't hate on Coppin State.
Anyway, so I just thought that was freaking hilarious. That was kind of like Alabama a few years back with that dude that plays for the Cavs now, that Colin Sexton or whatever.
Oh, when they only had 4,
I think they won, didn't they? I think they played better when they had 4 players instead of 5.
I don't remember what they won or not, but they played well.
Yeah, I know Colin Sexton went off.
He popped off,
So the next thing is Aaron Rodgers somehow is back practicing. So the reason why I put this on here is because I want to ask a question related to this. How soon after he's back do you think he is injured again?
Game 1.
How quick into game 1? Because I think it's pretty obvious it's going to be game 1.
Second drive. I'll give him 2 drives.
You think he'll make it through the first drive all the way, and then the second drive he's going to get hurt at some point?
I think he'll come back. He'll like score a touchdown. It'll be all hyped up, like, oh, it's so crazy, and then he'll get sacked and die in like the second drive.
Jeez. I'm gonna say it's gonna be third quarter.
Oh.
I think
I
he makes it through the first half because he's warmed himself up good enough. They go into halftime. His body kind of like isn't as loose and cools down, and he comes back out in the third quarter and just snaps.
Yeah,
like a twig. But how's that? If he legitimately does play, he's an idiot.
That's what I don't get. Your line's terrible. You're not making the playoffs. Like, there's no point for you to play.
Yeah, he's an idiot if he actually plays.
Well, he's an idiot anyway.
He's gonna get hurt.
He's dumb.
If he doesn't get hurt, I will be the most shocked person ever.
Yeah.
Because I don't again.
I need to go to bed, bro.
But anyways, so I just don't understand.
I can't believe it's happening.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is all just like a big like hyping, making everybody think he is, and he doesn't play because he might die if he plays again.
There's no need for it.
He's gonna just end up getting hurt, like probably even worse than he did the first time around. So just be smart, Aaron. I don't really care if you're smart or not.
He's not.
I don't really care if you get hurt or not, but it just seems like a dumb move to do that.
Yeah.
And then the last news topic is the most wild thing I have seen in a little bit. And it's Arkansas is bringing back Bobby Petrino to be their offensive coordinator.
They're a joke.
Dude, I read the whole Bobby Petrino at Arkansas thing the other day because of this whole situation. Like, somebody wrote it, and it was like he hooked up with a cheerleader. He was married at the time.
Yep,
hooked up with a cheerleader that was the Arkansas cheerleader. Then hired her to be a staff member after she graduated on the football team. Had her on the back of his motorcycle, wrecked, and that's how that all
apparently
became. What are you? Hold on, I don't know about this.
Apparently, that's a cover up. Well, I might be making this up. I feel like I read this a long time ago. Apparently, he either they say he got in like a fight or something, someone beat him up, and then they framed it as like a motorcycle accident or something stupid like that.
I don't know. Anyway,
There was a lot of drama around it when it happened.
Anyways, this is why he was the head coach at Arkansas.
Yeah.
And he wrecked with her, so that's how the whole relationship became like public knowledge. So then he gets fired from Arkansas as their head coach, and then now they're bringing him back as their offensive coordinator.
Yep.
That was like, I still remember like when all that went down, and like, and then he went back to Louisville.
Back to Louisville.
That's probably why I remember it so much, because he went back to Louisville. But that is the most wild thing I've heard. Like, what are they thinking? Is what I don't understand.
They're stupid. One of their last offensive coordinators was Art Briles, the Baylor guy that had like that big nasty scandal.
Yeah. I don't get it in the sense that like this seems like a desperate move to become successful, because that's the only reason why you would hire him back. And I don't think he's going to be successful. Like, it's not going to make them more successful.
Especially not now.
So, like, why?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The quarterback hit the portal.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He waited, he met with Petrino, and then, like, immediately after that, he hit the portal. He said, I'm not interested in whatever this is, I'm gone.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I just can't. Which, I will say that Louisville's teams, when he was there, the offense was like better than their defense was their biggest problem. But he like turned them from like a really good football team into like a trash football team that they had to rebuild out of.
Yeah,
which he's not going to have that much responsibility with it.
Yeah,
but still, that's just wild to me.
They're a trash program. Their coach sucks. They're beneath.
I don't even know who their coach is.
Sam Pittman. He's an offensive line coach. That's what he was. I mean, they have the worst line in the SEC. They're terrible. Like, you ask for your specialty, and that group of yours is awful. Like, we dog walk their offensive line because they're so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate Arkansas. They're terrible.
While we're on sports, who do you need everybody to cheer for in the coming weeks
for our bowl?
Yeah.
Cheer for Georgia. Go Georgia. We don't want Alabama to win.
Which a lot of this will probably be over by the time people hear this, but
my perfect scenario, Georgia wins, Michigan wins, Louisville wins, which is disgusting.
Very disgusting.
And then I don't think this game, Washington already won. That's really it. That's all I really care about.
Yeah.
Either way, there's one scenario where we don't make a New Year's Day bowl, but it's not gonna. I don't even remember what it is, but it's bizarre.
It's probably a long shot.
A lot of things have to happen.
Imagine that y'all are not gonna be like in a New Year's Six bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't, like, I would be shocked if that was the case, but
I want to play.
I guess there is always the possibility.
I want to play Penn State.
What? So y'all can just beat the
shit out of them? So we can dog walk them.
Because I'm like, that's what would happen.
And they have a name brand, like they're a high profile.
Because we just
school.
played them in a New Year's Six bowl not that long ago.
They're not good, dude. They're trash.
I'm pretty sure it was a New Year's Six bowl because I think that was our 10-2 year.
Yeah, well, I remember watching that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that game.
And we beat them with that stupid Franklin or whatever his name is.
James Franklin. Yeah, he's trash too. But they keep linking us to Texas, and like they're going to be in our conference next year. Like, I don't want to play them.
Yeah, it's not very fun.
And we played them like 4 years ago too, like in the bowl game. I don't want to play them. Yeah,
I don't blame you. I'd rather have something more fun than that too, just for this, like, because you're going to get to like play them almost fairly consistently pretty soon.
We don't play next year, but probably the year after.
Yeah,
I'm really bummed we don't play next year.
Yeah,
y'all are going to be trash next year, and I want to beat you again.
You're so stupid. Anyway, so that was it for the news. So we'll go ahead and move on to our top 5. I'm way more excited for this Christmas themed one than I was for last week's. I don't think either of us care that much about.
I have more to say on these
Christmas
than I do the
songs.
songs.
Yeah. So
also, Remember when I said that one song had rapey lyrics?
Yeah.
I had the wrong song in mind.
Did you?
Stupid.
What was the actual song?
Santa Baby was on your list, right? I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you said Santa Baby, and I had It's Cold, Baby, It's Cold Outside in my head.
Oh, I think I vaguely do remember that.
Clint told me that, and I was like, oh, I had COVID brain that episode, so that's not surprising. My brain was not firing.
Yeah. Yeah. That was why it was so short. I think I was...
Dude,
I could tell you were like dragging yourself through it.
I felt terrible,
and I'm going through this as quick as possible.
The gears were not turning upstairs, Liz. I haven't listened to our episode. I'm sure it was hot garbage.
I didn't listen to it either, but
I'm not. That's why I won't listen to it.
It was a very, very quick episode. I mean, yeah, we definitely only had like 12. We had 0 comments. We've only had like 12 people listen. That's like the lowest.
That's great. No one should listen to that one.
Yeah, that's a
skip it.
Skip. That's a skip.
Y'all are busy. Skip that one. Don't go back.
I know it's short and it wouldn't have taken you as long as some of our normal episodes.
Don't go back, man.
But yeah, you don't have to listen to that.
I felt bad for you.
I can't imagine it was great.
I felt bad for you because you had to carry that episode and I was offering nothing. It was awful. It was awful.
Oh, it's all right. So I think this week we're doing top 5 Christmas movies. So I think we'll have a little bit more to say.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and start with the honorable mentions. I have Polar Express. That one kid really annoys me, but other than that, it's cute.
I've never watched it.
It's
low-key creepy. They look weird.
Okay.
I don't like how any of them look.
Okay. But anyway, it's good. There's one kid in it that is a little bit annoying, but other than that, which is pretty easy to overlook.
Yeah.
It's just like a cute, like, kind of fun Christmas movie. So there's not really much more to say about it. 4 Christmases.
Is that the Vince Vaughn movie?
It's Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon, where they visit. Both of their parents are divorced.
Oh yeah, I do.
Each one of the parents.
Yeah,
and that movie is so freaking funny.
It's funny.
That movie is so funny. So that is definitely
a good one.
A good Christmas movie to watch. That's like one that it's not necessarily doesn't really like necessarily put you in like the Christmas spirit, but it's just funny and it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
But it's more for the comedy than the actual Christmas aspect of it.
Yeah.
And then you're probably gonna hate me for this and bash me for it, but all those like cheesy like Hallmark and like Netflix and all the cheesy freaking Christmas movies that are all pretty much the exact same, where like they go home for Christmas and then they meet
some carpenter who's building bookshelves and shit, and then he's working really hard on the nativity scene for the town play. It's like, oh, I don't know how to trust anybody, but I can trust you. Yeah. And then they fucking fall in love or whatever they do.
Love it.
No, I can't.
I watch those movies and I find myself like slowly like smiling like an idiot as I'm watching it. And I'm like, I hate that people can see that I'm like getting all like smiley over here about this movie.
Gross.
But yeah.
I'm glad you enjoy them. Yeah. You and all the other old ladies out there.
Yeah, they're just so heartwarming and they're not great.
No, they're terrible.
I'm willing to admit they're not great, but I don't know. I just like them for some reason.
We watched one on Thanksgiving at my mother-in-law's because she loves them.
Yeah.
It was awful. It was so bad.
Oh, man.
And then she finally got up to go to after the movie was over, she like started cooking. And I snatched that remote and I felt like I changed it to anything else. Like, I can't do another one. We're not watching one more. I can't. They're so bad. They are awful.
So, that's it for my honorable mentions.
Yeah. So mine, I have Bad Santa.
I have never seen this.
It's so dumb. It's a very dumb movie.
That's the same guy it's like he's in the baseball. Bad News Bears. Is it Bad News Bears?
Yes, Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, I couldn't think of his name, but he's like the coach for that, right?
Yeah.
But he's the
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew kind of vaguely what you're talking about, but I don't think I've ever watched it.
I wouldn't recommend watching it, but it's funny. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I used to really enjoy it. And then I'm gonna add one, but it's not a movie. It's just like a TV show.
Okay.
There's a Christmas episode in Schitt's Creek that I really love. It's like super heartwarming and like gets you in the spirit.
Gotcha.
And then 30 Rock has a couple, and I just like it because of the vibes, because it's like in New York City at the 30 Rock Center with like that big cool Christmas tree you always see.
Yeah.
It's just got cool vibes, man.
Gotcha.
And then to my number 5, I like that animated Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie.
Oh yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah. Well, not anime. It's like slow motion. Not slow motion.
It's animated though, isn't it? Because it's not actual stop motion cinema, is it?
I don't know what it is.
Because like stop motion is like whenever they have like toys and they actually move them a little bit at a time. I'm pretty sure it's animation, bro.
I don't know. Whatever that one is, I really like that one.
It's just bad animation, but it's animation, I'm pretty sure. Like it's old school, like not very good animation, but I'm still pretty sure it's animation. Because the stop motion is like where you literally take something and are like doing little steps at a time and like freeze framing it and then putting all those pictures together so that it makes a movie.
I think it's stop motion, bro.
No way. There's no way those are stop motion. Unless I'm thinking of a different freaking Rudolph movie.
Yeah, it is stop motion. I'm right.
Bro, no way. Those are freaking like actual like things.
Hold on, I'm trying to read. I can't read. My brain hurts.
Bro, I don't know that I believe this. Even after you say it, I don't know that I believe it.
God, why is it telling? I don't care about this dude.
Oh shoot!
I hate when you're trying to.
I could have swore that. I don't know. I don't really know though. I'm not 100% that is always the case, but I just thought it was. I just thought like stop motion almost you had to have like a physical item that you were freeze framing on. It is very much kind of like that though.
Yeah.
Because it's like an animation, but it's like really choppy animation. So maybe it is.
This article is talking about it started at Rudolph and went to World War II.
Huh.
And I can't find the answer.
You might be right. Maybe
but it does say stop motion.
Maybe they just draw individual animations and then piece all those together. Instead of like actually, I don't know how they do actual animation now or even back then, but...
It says it's called Animagic.
So maybe it's like a mix.
Stop motion animation.
Okay.
But I was right.
So it's kind of a mix.
All I gotta say is I'm right.
I mean, you're definitely right as far as like how it, at the very least, how it feels, because it is very like choppy, like stop motion.
I love that one though. That's like the nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
That was my childhood.
Isn't there like a young, like not young, but like isn't Santa kind of young in it at one point? Or is that a different one?
You know what? I don't remember.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
That ain't a bad one. That is like a kind of a more like an older.
It's
like when
old.
you were a kid, kind of like watching Christmas movies and stuff. So yeah. So for my number 5, we've actually talked about this.
We
before
have talked
because my
about
sister. But Babes in Toyland. It's when I looked it up, there was like several different like ones, I guess, apparently, but it's the one that's from 1986. It has Keanu Reeves in it and
that girl.
Yeah, what is her freaking name?
She's annoying.
She's got a TV show now.
Drew Barrymore,
yeah. So it's Keanu Reeves and Drew Barrymore is who's in it. So that's the one I'm talking about. But you should. So you find her annoying. She is very annoying in it. Like kind of. I mean, it's you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So she probably will slightly annoy you potentially, but I don't know. I think maybe that's a little bit of nostalgia too, but I think that one's a pretty good one.
It's fair.
And then for my number 4, I have the Santa Claus. Do you know what I'm talking about? Tim Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Where Santa's on his roof and slides off and he gets hurt and then he takes over or whatever.
Yeah.
he slowly like starts turning into Santa Claus and he doesn't know what's
It's
going
good.
on.
I don't like him. I think he's annoying.
Well,
But the movies, I did like them back when they came out. I haven't watched them since.
the second one annoys me because it's like they make a fake Santa Claus or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's the second one.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I know I've watched them. Couldn't tell you one thing that happens though.
Yeah. But anyways, that's a good one for me.
They're fire. That's pretty good. My number 4 is A Christmas Story.
Okay, so I used to hate this.
Why?
I used to hate it. And I don't know if it's just because I've watched it more often more recently, or if I don't know, my tastes have changed or what, but my in-laws or I shouldn't say my in-laws because it's not really all of them, but like my father-in-law and his brothers and my brother-in-law like watch it. Well, my father-in-law for sure. It like is on like Christmas, whenever we go over there for Christmas, is on the entire, like, because there's a channel on Christmas Day that plays it, just plays it back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
And it is on the entire time.
Okay. I don't want to watch it more than once.
Well, it's not like we're sitting there watching it from beginning to end. It's just like playing kind of in the background, but it's just on the whole time.
Yeah, that's.
Sorry,
that was.
I tried to cover that the best I could, so you guys didn't hear that, but I'm sure you did.
Who has COVID now?
Nobody. Hopefully.
But
yeah, that's
I get it.
That's one I used to not like as much, but because I've not had to, but because I've watched it so much more recently, I actually there is some funny parts to it.
I hadn't watched it until I go
drink your Ovaltine. He gets all pissed. He's in the bathroom fucking solving that shit.
Bro.
And his brother's like needing to pee or whatever.
There's so many good moments in it.
Yeah.
Like when they lick that little the
when
pole.
that kid licks a pole and gets stuck, and they're like trying to pull him off.
You ever done that before?
I mean, yeah. I haven't done it to like a pole, but like
we used to do it to our freezer all the time.
that's a weird thing to just do.
Bro, we had nothing else to do.
You know, like when you take like a piece of ice out of the refrigerator though, and you can like stick it on your tongue and it just sticks.
Yeah.
I've done that.
You gotta commit. Lick a pole.
I'm not licking a pole. That's disgusting. Anyway.
Then my number 3. Our top 3, they're all the same.
Just in a different order.
Different orders.
I almost thought about changing mine.
But I was like, I gotta be true to me, man.
Well, I thought about changing mine because I honestly feel like I put my number 3 too low.
I agree.
I don't know. Anyway.
I agree with you.
So my top 3
they're all interchangeable, I think.
Yeah. My top 3 are all like, depending on the moment.
Yeah.
Well, any of them could be number 1 and any of them could be number 3. But as I was thinking about it, it's just kind of roughly how I would put it.
So my number 3 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version.
Yes.
The animated one's fine.
Yeah, the animated one's alright, but that's not. But like that's not the one
that came out during our childhood, and it was like fucking great.
Yeah, so good.
It's so funny. I like really vibe with the Grinch now as an adult. Like I'm like, yeah, he's got a point, man.
Yeah,
he's grouchy. Like I get it.
Yeah, for real. You're not gonna care about this information, but I found this out the other day, and some people might that are listening. But the person that plays Cindy Lou Who,
she's a fucking rock star.
Well, that's not what I was gonna mention. She's actually in it's the little sister to Dan in Gossip Girl.
I didn't watch Gossip
Dan's like
Girl.
the main dude in Gossip Girl, and his little sister is Cindy Lou Who.
That's fun.
Which blew my mind.
Did you know she's like a metal?
But yeah, I did know she like
rocker girl.
I didn't know she was that. I knew she was a singer though. I didn't know she was.
She's like all like rocked out, man.
Yeah. Interesting.
But man, that movie's so funny. I love it.
Yeah, it is.
The song, "Where Are You?" That's my jam.
Yeah. That should have been in your list last week.
Oh, it should have been. It would have been in my list had I thought about it. I had COVID brain. Like, I don't even know what my list was. It was probably terrible.
Shoot. But yeah, that is those are the best ones. Is the like, especially that like. That is especially a good example because that is straight up a Christmas movie.
It's
like,
all
there's
Christmas.
There's like, yeah, no doubt that that's a Christmas movie, and like, but then it's funny. So yeah, that's a good one. And then you have like the mayor and that like chick that's like
that hot chick.
That chick that's that's like like
she's like a slut.
Like she's just straight up like a slut. And
yeah. I love her, man. You know what?
Oh,
good for her.
That's just so funny though. And then that freaking mayor's like literally like gross.
I don't like the mayor. Blah.
Oh shoot.
I want to watch that movie.
That mail delivery system is like chaotic too. Their whole town is chaotic.
And then they're in like a fucking snowflake. What is that about?
Because that's what they live in.
How many? But then, like, what happens when that snowflake hits the ground?
I guess there's just a bunch of towns connected to each other.
Time must be a different construct there.
Yeah, very much. They're living like milliseconds for
We should
us.
really break down the movie.
Yeah. They're living just like a millisecond. Like, the Grinch literally is just dead before you can even say Grinch.
But, like, in their life, it's like a full lifetime. What if you, like, eat that snowflake that they're living on?
Man.
Every time you eat a snowflake, just know you just killed a bunch of who's. So shout out you.
Oh, shoot. Savages.
Yep.
Is it me? No, it's you still, isn't it? No, it's me. I don't know.
No, it's you.
I feel like it's me.
It is
you. Did Christmas Story, right? Okay. So my number 3, it's gonna almost kind of give it away, but whatever. My number 3 is Elf.
What a great movie
with Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
I do not like Will Ferrell at all.
He's not my favorite, but he's good in this.
But this is like one of the only Will Ferrell movies I like.
Yeah.
And it's good.
And Zooey Deschanel's in it, and I love her.
Bye, buddy. I hope you find your dad.
Thanks, Mr. Narwhal. It's so stupid.
There's this person at work that some of the guys like imitate, like when they're talking about this person,
that's weird.
They use a voice like when they're talking, and it sounds like that it sounds like the narwhal being like, "Hey, buddy." So every time they talk and use that voice, I'm like, "Hey, buddy, I hope you find your dad."
Who is it?
I'm not saying. I'll say it later, but I'm not saying it right now.
If you're gonna talk shit, say his name.
No, not saying it. But anyways, so that's kind of off topic, but that's a really funny movie.
It's so quotable. It's it's so funny.
Yeah, it is. It's just the cringe of Will Ferrell.
Yeah, he's
like
cringy.
The thing that is like cringy about him like works really well in this because it's supposed to be like an older dude that like is just like entering this world, like whereas his other character is supposed to be just somewhat supposed to be like a normal person,
kind of. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's just an idiot, whereas this is like makes more sense that he's such an idiot.
Yeah, he gets on my nerves, but not in this one. It fits in this one. And then it's just so good, man. Yeah, it is. It's funny every time. I crack up every time I watch that movie. Yeah, I need to watch it this year. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched very many at all because our kids don't care. Yeah, they don't want to watch. They've been watching that Leo movie that's on Netflix. It's like it's an animated kids cartoon that Adam Sandler, like his production company, made. Yeah, sure. The Happy Gilmore Productions or whatever it is. It's actually pretty good. So if you have kids, check that movie out. It's pretty good, but they love it. There's a lot of singing, so if you don't like singing in movies, that's why my kids love it. But don't watch that one.
Then definitely don't watch that one. And then my number 2 is Home Alone, the original.
That's my number 2.
So, I'm actually gonna like kind of just put like Home Alone, the original Home Alone, and Home Alone 2 as like one thing.
That's what I.
Because the second one's pretty good too. The one where he goes to New York or whatever
with the pigeon lady.
But I definitely think more of like the first one is more like the Christmas nostalgia type deal. Yeah. Although you get like the New
York,
is
Christmas in New York.
Yeah, though. The Christmas New York thing going in the second one, but it's just it's not even really necessarily like this is an example of one that happens at Christmas, but it's not actually like a lot of Christmas stuff going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one is so good.
So before I made my list, I hadn't watched Home Alone since I was a kid, probably.
Yeah.
So I forgot about it. But on Thanksgiving, after that stupid Hallmark movie we watched, I just opened the channels and I found Home Alone and said, I'll just turn it on this. We were all like watching it. Like we all like stopped doing what we were doing and just watched the whole movie. And it was great. Like we were all cracking up.
Yeah.
It's such a funny movie. I forgot like how good that movie is.
Have you watched the second one recently?
Yeah, it came on right after so we watched that one too.
The best part of the second one, which is that it might even be in the first one too. I don't think so though. Where you filthy animals and the gun shoots or whatever.
It's in both of them.
Okay, I knew the second one had it because it was just on the TV the other day, and I seen the scene where he's got the blow up clown or whatever in the shower or whatever, and making it like it's his dad, and he's like, that dude sneaks in
the first
the bellhop guy or whatever.
In the first one, he uses it on the pizza delivery guy.
Oh yeah. I knew there. I thought there was after I was like thinking about it because I'm like, there's like the gun shooting or whatever. I'm like, I think there in the first one there's a gun shooting scene too. So he just is.
He used it twice in the first one.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's so funny.
Yeah,
that kid good. Like Macaulay Culkin crushes it.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it's wild. Also, Macaulay Culkin got a star on the Walk of Fame.
And Catherine O'Hara, who plays his mom in Home Alone, gave a little introduction speech, and it was really good.
Yep.
I love her. What a good movie.
It is very good. They both are. I think they made another one, but I don't even know if it had. I don't think they even had the same kid. It wasn't Macaulay Culkin, was it?
I've never seen it.
That's why they should have never.
Why would you take? He's like the only one you care about in the movie.
Yeah, he's so like it is incredible how good he is in that.
As a child,
yeah, like he's a child. Yeah, like very young, and he's very good in that movie.
There's like 4 of them.
Yeah, we don't want to talk
about
it. He's not in any of them past the second one, is he?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
It has a 32% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
The third one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson's in it, though.
That's weird.
Randomly. Anyway.
But yeah. Definitely the first 2.
First 2 are great. Don't watch 3.
Great. Yeah, apparently definitely don't watch 3. 32%. Although I seen a movie the other day that it was 8% Rotten Tomato score, and I'm like, how do you even get that?
The kid they picked looks he looks dumb. No wonder that movie flopped. He looked like a little loser.
He's not convincing as a con artist kid.
The fourth one has a 24% rating. Ooh,
getting worse and worse as they go, huh?
God, and they picked a different kid. They're just swerving, bro.
Swerving all over the road.
They're swerving. They should have hung that one up.
Yeah, they should have quit after 2. As soon as they lost the kid that made the movies, they should have
called
it quits.
Call it quits.
But yeah, those are fire.
Yeah. And then my number 1's Elf. We talked about Elf. It's great.
Yeah. His number 2 was Home Alone 2.
Yeah, I said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Anyways. So yeah, Elf. Great.
And then,
like I said, I almost was going to just change mine to yours because it is very interchangeable for me on the top 3.
They're very interchangeable.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Some good movies.
Your number 1 was Grinch.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. How the Grinch Stole Christmas was my number one, which is Nate's number 3, which we already kind of talked about.
Which is also kind of my number 1. But anyway.
Yeah. So, well, that's actually it this week because we don't have any comments or polls from last week. So, thanks everybody for listening. If you got any ideas for after Christmas is over with, we've got an idea for what we're gonna do until after Christmas. But if you got any ideas for top 5s for after Christmas, especially if they're like relevant to what's going on in the time period, just let us know. We'll do some of those and shout you guys out, and continue to like, comment, share, talk about us.
Yeah.
And, the Negative Nate episode like crushed it, and then
randomly.
Yeah. So
also, Spotify Wrapped came out.
Oh
the
yeah,
little wrap up or whatever.
Yeah. I'll let you kind of talk about that real quick to wrap us up. And
like a Christmas
and
present.
then we'll get out of here.
Yeah, so I checked it out. Okay, can we not? Oh my gosh. Anyway, so we are, for 17 of you listeners, we're your number 1 podcast. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then we actually are 25 listeners were in their top 5 podcast, and then 26 listeners were in their top 10.
Yep. So that's fun.
So yeah, that's, which, you know, part of that could be just that, you know, that's people that are listening that
on Spotify
don't really listen to podcasts, and also so, but that was still pretty cool. It was cool to see like all the little things that it
was
said
neat
too.
It was neat.
Our highest listened episode was listened to 182% more than our average or something.
Bro, that episode popped off.
But yeah, it was just different stuff like that, and it was cool just to look through it.
Yeah,
because especially it told us, I didn't like. I need to go back through it and look and write it down, but it told like the number of hour or minutes that we've talked and all that kind of stuff, which was kind of cool to see.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, there was like a step I think in it that said like how many minutes we have for people to listen to.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool. Which, I mean, we could do the math, but
I'm not doing
the math.
I'm not trying to do math, bro.
But so that's it. Thanks everybody for listening again, and we're gonna keep doing our thing.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.